If you thought the Kappa was just an innocent-looking green turtle-shelled creature with a playful grin, think again. These creatures are straight out of nightmares, dragging the unsuspecting to watery graves. Once feared as a deadly warning to stay clear of rivers, the Kappa's story has evolved, but its sinister roots remain. From infanticide to famine, its history is drenched in the kind of darkness that folklore rarely dares to reveal. This isn't just a myth, it's a haunting reflection of Japan's most chilling truths. So, how did this infamous yokai transform from horror to Hello Kitty cute? Welcome back to another episode of Secret Archives. Today we're gonna deep dive into one of Japan's most terrifying creatures, Kappa. Imagine a creature so powerful, so enigmatic, that it rules the waters, bends the earth, and even holds the key to healing. This isn't some fairy tale. This is the Kappa, a mythical being that's both feared and respected in Japanese folklore. But there's more to them than just a spooky story. So what even is a Kappa? These guys are not your average mythical beings. Half water sprite, half chaos gremlin, and 100% fascinating, the Kappa is one of Japan's most infamous yokai, a green, amphibious, childlike creature with a turtle shell, a yellow beak, webbed hands and feet, and a sinister reputation that have haunted Japanese rivers and ponds for centuries. And they've got layers, not just in personality but in scales, literally, and we can't forget about the little bowl-shaped depression on their head called a sera. It holds water, and if it spills or dries up, the Kappa becomes really weak. Their name literally means river child in Japanese, but don't let that cute title fool you. These aren't your friendly neighborhood water spirits. Kappa are reptilian kami, which is like a Shinto god or spirit with a major bad boy reputation. Believe it or not, Kappa weren't always the reptilian tricksters we know today. In fact, the word Kappa didn't even exist in every region. Sometimes they're called Kawataro or river boys, and their boss is nicknamed Kawatora, aka River Tiger. Pretty epic, right? They also had other names like Madochi, a name for a Japanese dragon or legendary serpent-like creature, or Hyosube, a river monster. But today's cute and harmless Kappa, seen in characters like Pokemon's Golduck or Naruto's Gamakichi, hides its dark origins. It was during the Edo period of 1603-1868 that everything changed. Back in this period, Kappas were thought to be mammals, shown as hairy, otter, or monkey-like creatures far from the playful image we know today. Their modern, cuter look came during the Meiji era of 1868-1912, thanks to woodblock print artists who reimagined them for urban audiences. Fast forward to the 1950s, and the Kappa had its ultimate glow-up, thanks to manga artist Shimizu Kan and his hit works Kappa Kawataro and Kappa Tengoku, aka Kappa Heaven. These mischievous river dwellers became icons of Japanese pop culture. But don't let the playful designs fool you. Kappas have a dark side. These yokai were used to warn against the real danger of drowning in rivers. Traditional folklore described them as both mischievous and murderous, often luring the unsuspecting swimmers into watery graves. But Kappas are walking contradictions. They're super intelligent but gullible, deadly yet playful. They love cucumbers and accept them as a gift, but refuse them of this delicacy, and you could end up their next drowning victim. But their other favorite hobby? Sumo wrestling. Yup, they love to throw down by the riverbank. Just don't let them win, or you might be in trouble. Now, Kappa aren't just pranksters. They can be super dangerous. They've been accused of kidnapping kids, drowning animals, and even stealing the shirakodama, a mythical ball in your body that holds your soul, from people. They don't just use it to scare you. Sometimes they use it to mess with your mind or protect their turf. They were also known for driving people mad, spreading disease, and even forcing women to bear their children. Yikes. But don't worry, humans have figured out how to outsmart these water fiends. Their greatest weakness is that pool of water on top of their head. If it spills or dries up, they lose their power. Kappa are also sticklers for politeness. If you bow deeply to one, it'll bow back, spilling the water from its head and weakening it. Genius, right? Some even say you can make them keep a promise after that. Imagine making a literal folklore legend pinky swear. They're also terrified of iron, sesame, and ginger. Basically, your kitchen spice rack is your best defense. Now, not all Kappa are villains. Some actually have a soft side. If you manage to befriend one, they might help you out by irrigating fields, bringing fresh fish, or teaching bone-setting techniques. Yeah, Kappa are the original chiropractors. Some stories tell of Kappa making deals with humans, like sharing the recipe for miraculous medicine in exchange for forgiveness. In some villages, Kappa were even worshipped as water deities, representing the awe and fear of nature's untamed power. These creatures aren't just water spirits. They're like nature's secret agents, with abilities that span the elements. The most jaw-dropping, their mastery over the earth itself. Kappas are known for their ability to manipulate the earth. They can create earthquakes to punish humans or guard their territory, and mold soil and rock into fortifications. And that's not all. They can reshape the landscape, building defensive barriers or traps that make them nearly untouchable. And when it comes to creating traps, Kappas don't just stop at shifting soil. They can build complex structures, like hidden pathways or traps, that serve as their escape routes or defense mechanisms. Talk about being prepared. And that's not all. These creatures have some serious healing powers. Their saliva isn't just gross, it's potent. Stories say that this magical fluid can heal even the most severe injuries. But wait, there's more. Kappas are also known for their supernatural water manipulation. These creatures can control the flow of rivers, create powerful currents, and even adjust the water temperature. And if you think the Kappa is just a trickster, think again. Their strength is legendary. They can overpower humans and even animals many times their size. In one story, a Kappa terrorized a village, tossing humans aside like rag dolls whenever they tried to fight back. This wasn't just power, it was domination. But wait, there's more. Kappas have some mind-bending psychic abilities. Yup, mind control is on the table. With that dish on their head, they can manipulate thoughts and even control people. Tohoku's Kappa legends are even more unsettling. The region's history of famine, harsh winters, natural disasters, and volcanic eruptions left deep scars. According to Professor Toshiaki Ishikura of Akita Art University, desperate times led to heartbreaking acts like infanticide, with unwanted children's bodies discarded in rivers. This heartbreaking history is said to have inspired the Kappa tales, especially in Tono, where the yokai are said to be red instead of green. The red color could link to the word akachan, which means infant, derived from aka, the word for red. These red kappas are a haunting reminder of Tohoku's tragic past, blending folklore with historical trauma. Yokai like the kappa are more than monsters. They're mirrors of Japan's history and beliefs. Unlike Western gods or mythical creatures, yokai are deeply rooted in the natural world. They aren't creators of the universe, they're reflections of it. From river spirits to mountain gods, these creatures reveal the human stories behind the supernatural. Kappa are so iconic that they even have shrines dedicated to them, like in Aomori and Miyagi prefectures. Festivals are held to honor them, especially during the equinoxes, when it's believed they travel between rivers and mountains. And get this, there's a temple in Asakusa, Tokyo, that claims to have a mummified Kappa arm on display. Turns out, Kappa aren't the only aquatic creeps in global folklore. In China and Scandinavia, similar creatures are infamous for drowning people and animals. In the Philippines, the Siyokoi does pretty much the same thing. And in Germany, they've got the Wasserman or Waterman, who's just as sinister. Of course, Kappa aren't just lurking in rivers anymore. They've made a splash in pop culture too. From anime like Inuyasha to novels like Akutagawa's Kappa, these mischievous spirits have inspired everything from horror stories to sushi rolls. Ever heard of Kappa Maki? Yeah, cucumber sushi is named after these guys. So what do you think? Are Kappas just the creatures of folklore, or do they still hold some secrets of the natural world we've yet to uncover? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating mythology.